Hello, welcome to Food Immerse, a channel where we not only teach you how to cook delicious dishes, but immerse ourselves in the history, culture, science, and beauty of food. I'm Lorraine, and I'm so excited for you to join me on this journey, exploring different cuisines, ingredients, and cooking techniques. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single delicious episode. Carnitas with pickled red onions. Carnitas are a beloved Mexican dish that originated in the state of Michoacán in central western Mexico and is a staple for celebrations and family gatherings. Carnitas are so beloved that Mexico has devoted a national day to celebrate the dish, Día Nacional de las Carnitas. It falls on the first Saturday in March, which coincidentally is this coming Saturday, March 1st. Carnitas translates to little meats and is a reference to the small tender pieces of pork that are slow cooked, usually in lard. The classic way to prepare carnitas is by braising or simmering pork shoulder in lard until it's incredibly tender and easy to shred. While you can certainly stick to the tradition of lard, I've found that the combination of water and the fat already present in the pork yields moist and flavorful carnitas. The keys to perfect carnitas are the right cut of meat, very slow cooking, and using a heavy Dutch oven, such as enameled cast iron, for even heat distribution. The best cut of meat for carnitas is the pork shoulder, also called pork butt or Boston butt, and not to be confused with picnic shoulder, a different cut altogether. Pork shoulder has the heavy marbling needed for this slow-cooked dish. If you are able to get bone-in pork shoulder, the bone will add more flavor to the dish and will be clean of meat and easy to remove at the end of cooking. I make carnitas frequently and over the years have landed on the flavor additions that I like the best: bay leaves, cumin seed, and lime juice. You can experiment with other popular additions like garlic, onion, cinnamon, cloves, or orange zest. After the long-cooked pork is tender, it is shredded and then fried in a skillet to get crispy edges, adding texture and flavor to the meat. Carnitas can be used in tacos, burritos, tamales, quesadillas, or heaped on a platter with lime wedges. The perfect accompaniment to carnitas, and really any meat, is pickled red onion, with the pungent vinegar cutting through the richness of the meat. They are very easy to make and last several weeks in the refrigerator. Invite some friends over this Saturday to celebrate Carnitas Day, and let's get cooking. To make carnitas, you will need 1 pork shoulder from 3 to 5 pounds, bone in if you can get it. And for every 1 pound of pork, you will need 1 tablespoon lime juice, a half teaspoon salt, a half teaspoon whole cumin seed, and 2 to 3 bay leaves. The only special equipment you will need are a large, heavy Dutch oven with lid and a citrus juicer. Cut the pork shoulder in half to make it easier to manage. Then cut into approximately 1.5-inch cubes and add to the Dutch oven. If you have a bone-in pork shoulder, cut the bone away and throw it into the pot. Next, juice the limes. If you press down and roll the limes before cutting in half, it will break open the cells and produce more juice. This is a 4-pound pork shoulder, so I'm going to need 4 tablespoons of lime juice. Add lime juice to the pork. Now add the half teaspoon kosher salt for each pound, the half teaspoon cumin seed per pound, and the bay leaves. Add just enough water to cover pork by about 1/2 inch. Do not overfill because the pork will simmer until the liquid has evaporated, which takes about 3 to 4 hours. Adding too much water will unnecessarily extend the cooking time. Bring pork to a slow simmer, partially cover, and cook until the liquid has almost evaporated, about 3 to 4 hours. Stir occasionally and check the liquid level. When the liquid has evaporated and the pork starts to sizzle, stir the pork with a metal spoon, scraping up any pieces sticking to the bottom. Turn off the heat. Remove all of the bay leaves. At this point, the carnitas can be cooled down, placed in an airtight container, and refrigerated for up to 4 days or frozen for up to 3 months. When ready to serve, heat a large nonstick skillet over medium-high heat. Add some carnitas and use a spatula to break up pieces as they cook. Leave some pieces larger so you have a mix of large moist pieces and smaller crispy pieces. Add some fresh lime juice and serve. To make the pickled red onions, you will need 1 red onion, a 1/4 teaspoon whole black peppercorns, a 1/4 teaspoon cumin seeds, a 1/2 teaspoon dried oregano, 2 peeled garlic cloves, a 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar. The only special equipment you will need is a mortar and pestle for roughly grinding up the spices, or you can use a clean towel, fold the spices inside, and then use a hammer. And 1 non-metal container with a lid, such as plastic, ceramic, or glass. Fill a small saucepan with water. Have a small colander ready in the sink. Bring water to a boil. Cut the end off the onion and then slice it in half through the root. Peel both halves of the onion. Now place onion flat side down and slice into 1/8 inch slices. Slice both halves. Salt the boiling water. I used about a 1/2 teaspoon here. Add the sliced onions to the boiling water. Simmer for just 45 seconds and drain. This will take the harshness out of the onions. Now peel the garlic cloves and cut them in half lengthwise. Pour the drained onions into a bowl and add the garlic. Roughly grind the peppercorns, cumin seeds, oregano, and salt in a mortar and pestle and add to the onions. Add the cider vinegar and stir to combine. Place in a non-metal container, such as plastic, glass, or ceramic, cover, and store in the refrigerator for several weeks. Add some carnitas and pickled onions to a corn tortilla, squeeze some lime juice over, and enjoy the perfect tacos. Thank you so much for joining Food Immerse and exploring different cuisines, ingredients, and cooking techniques. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe so you don't miss a single delicious episode. If you make this dish, I would love to hear about it in the comments or shoot me an email. Until next time, cheers to good food.